Hi, this is Joe again with another review. And believe it or not, I'm doing 4 reviews in one day, which is a lot for me. I'm doing, for the sake of this video, I'm reviewing the 1982 sequel, Grease 2. Starring Michael Caulfield, Didi Khan, Michelle Pfeiffer in her movie debut, which is the only notable mention in this film. It also stars Adrian Zmed, who was starting to get huge back then in the early 80s. He was just cast in T.J. Hooker television show, and he made this movie came out the same year as T.J. Hooker debuted on ABC. Anyway, this movie is a stereotypical, unnecessary sequel. Because in this film, only about 4 characters from the original Grease movie show up in this one. You had Didi Khan, which I just mentioned. You had one played Blanche, the ditzy secretary. You had one played Miss Brooks. In 1950, Yvonne. You had Sid Caesar, which I forgot to mention in my review for the original Grease movie, and Didi Khan. Those 4 characters. And also there was the guy who played the nerd, your stereotypical, cliche nerd, Eugene, who was in the original Grease movie. They all came back from this movie. Everybody else from the original Grease movie is not there, because they're all graduated and all gone. This movie does take place about, technically it takes place about like 2 or 3 years before, or should I say after the original Grease movie. This movie takes place in 1961. So the musical styles change, everything, and the styles change, and you can tell things were changing in where the school was concerned, which is Rydell High. Of course, the main character is Metro Caulfield, who was supposed to be the cousin of Sandy, the Olivia Newton-John character from the original Grease movie. So you had her. It didn't have an individual job, but she was mentioned by Didi Khan in the film, and she immediately becomes friends with Maxwell Caulfield's character because she was friends with Sandy from the original movie. And she's like I said, this movie takes place like 2 or 3 years after the original Grease film, so she's still stuck in high school, and they didn't let this poor girl graduate. Because for a storyline, she drops out of Rydell High School, goes to Brewer School, then she drops out of Brewer School, and then she goes back to Rydell High. And so she's still stuck there in Rydell. And so you had that, and you still have technically a part of the Pink Ladies, which the new leader was played by Michelle Pfeiffer. And the new leader of the T-Birds was played by Adrian Zmed. Whereas Michelle Pfeiffer, of course, was this, like I said earlier, this was her film debut. Unfortunately, she stars in this god-awful movie. And what happens is she decides to break up with Adrian Zmed's character. And he goes, wait, but you can't break up with me. The leader of the T-Birds is supposed to go out with the leader of the Pink Ladies. Which is a premise that was made just for this movie. I should point that out. That was not the premise of the original Grease movie, because Danny did not date. It was referenced to that Danny did go out with Rizzo, but was never shown on screen in the original Grease movie. But here in this movie, it was implied that it wasn't implied. It was mentioned that the leader of the Pink Ladies is supposed to date the leader of the T-Birds, which is just BS for this film. And of course, Adrian Zmed is getting all bent out of shape that she wouldn't have anything to do anymore with Adrian Zmed's character, and so he's trying to forbid her from dating anybody else but him. But meanwhile, Maxwell Caulfield got the hots from Michelle Pfeiffer, who wouldn't, right? Especially back then, because of course Michelle Pfeiffer, of course, is drop dead hot. And it doesn't matter what, so you have to, in there, okay. Because she was smoking hot, so doubt about it. The problem was, she wanted to date with a new guy, so she wouldn't give Maxwell Caulfield's character the time of day, and then eventually he gets dressed up like his motorcycle dude, with the leather jacket, with the goggles, the helmet, the whole thing. And he bought this motorcycle, fixes it up, and starts riding around the neighborhood, and all the girls are going, "Well, who's this guy? Who's this guy?" And they did this whole song, which I don't want to get distracted here. There's not one redeeming song in this entire movie. There's not one memorable song at all from this movie, because they're all original songs, for Grease too. At least in the original Grease movie, it had songs from the Broadway show that was into the movie, because Grease was based on the Broadway show, so you had the songs from the actual show that was put into the movie. But for Grease 2, all the songs were original, and all the songs were god awful bad. I mean, everything about this movie is bad. I mean, there's really nothing that great to say about this movie, at all. And then eventually, the T-Birds are following chasing this guy down, and they eventually do chase this guy, Maxwell Caulfield's down, and they thought that they killed him, but eventually he lived. He made this almost impossible jump, and he was able to live through the jump. And then when he reveals himself to Michelle Pfeiffer and says, "You're the biker guy," and he goes, "Well, yeah, because I didn't think that you would accept me for who I am, so he decided to dress up as this greaser." So what Adrian Zemeckis' character decides to do was to make him a member of the T-Birds. He decides to make him a member, or at least an honorary member of the T-Birds, because of the way he rode his bike, and he realizes now that he was kind of cool. So because of the way he rode the motorcycle and stuff. And I should mention this, that all the T-Birds in this movie, unlike in the original Grease movie, they all rode together in the same car pretty much. This time they modernized it for 1961 by having all of them ride motorcycles. So that's what they did in this movie. They all rode motorcycles, and so they kind of like the way he rode his motorcycles. So they made him a member of the T-Birds in the end of this movie. But this movie is just horrible. And I should also point this out, that two stores who were very big in the 1950s made characters into this film. One of them was Tab Hunter. For those of you who don't know who he is, he was big in the 1950s. He was almost kind of like a sixer, even though you find out that he was a closeted homosexual. And he eventually did come out, before he passed away, he did come out of the closet as a homosexual. But he was famous for being in the movie, a 1954 musical film, Damn Yankees. And also Connie Stevens, who was also famous for being, they played two of the teachers. And of course, Connie Stevens, the way she was dressed in the film, was like the hot, sexy teacher that all the boys were going gaga over. And that's what Connie Stevens, and they did have kind of like a romance between Connie Stevens and Tab Hunter's characters in this film. But long story short, this movie didn't have any redeeming features in this film at all. I mean, this movie was just god awful bad. It was bad. It was horrible. And like, I can't believe we actually went to see this movie when it came out back in 1982. I mean, this has to be one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life, and it's definitely the worst movie musical of all time, because it was that terrible. I mean, some of the dance sequences were good. I mean, the only actor who was really, really good with the singing and dancing, well, Michelle Pfeiffer could sing. And I have to tell you that she really could sing. And when she did the movie, like 6 or 7 years later, when she did the movie The Fabulous Baker Boys, and people were amazed that she could sing. And she did have a singing background. And I guess that's probably one of the reasons why she got cast in Grease too, other than her looks, of course, was that she could actually sing. she can actually do it, and she does have a pretty decent voice. But and the one that actually was also very, very, very good in terms of singing and dancing was Adrian Zmed, because it was very, very good doing the singing and dancing sequences in this film. But because he also has that background singing, and he also hosted, especially during the time of T.J. Hooker, just after T.J. Hooker in the mid to late 80s, he hosted the show Dance Fever. So he does have that, singing and dancing, entertaining background. And I thought he was very good in the role, and Michelle Pfeiffer was very good. But other than that, the movie was horrible. I mean, it's horrible. I mean, I can't believe it's almost 11 minutes. And speaking about Grease too, but this movie was so terrible. It's horrible. It's got, like Don Imus used to say, rest in peace. Like he used to say, this movie cannot possibly suck enough. I mean, that's how bad this movie is. I mean, it's horrible. It's just horrible. I mean, it really is horrible. So this is my review of the movie Grease 2. Please rate the video. Please like and rate the video. Please subscribe to my channel. Please follow this video on your Facebook pages. You can check out all my reviews on my YouTube channel at rowdyc.com, so WDYC.com. The homepage of my reviewer, Christy Moore, and please check out all of his videos on his website. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.